So here we are. We are live in the ESPN West Palm Beach studio.
Say it isn't so.
Pete Schultz, Tommy. Listen, if you ever go offshore and you want to troll and try to catch grouper, a big kingfish, not so much grouper, but more of a big kingfish, although this technique can be used to catch grouper, a big kingfish, a big cobia, you need to know a couple things. First of all, a big Rapala lure like this, that thing will catch fish. This thing will go about 40 feet deep by itself, but you have to rig it correctly, okay? So see this cable right here? We put a big loop in it to give it freedom. So when this plug starts to wiggle, it gets really good action, okay? See that? We use two crimps. One crimp is to hold the cable, and the second crimp is to hide that loose cable edge. You put that on there, you crimp it to make sure that you don't get stuck with that cable. That cable hurts, all right? So in our particular rig, what we're doing here, Tommy, you wanna pull that up? We've got a Crowder rod here with 50-pound test, right? Crowder rod, 50-pound test. The first thing you wanna do is, can you back up a little bit?
I can.
Okay, so the first thing you wanna do is you wanna make a leader. This leader is 200-pound test, has a loop in the end. This is just for durability. 15 foot long, and you're going to go to a snap swivel like this, a big heavy duty snap swivel. So if you make your lure up with, this is a big Rapala lure right here, you can use Rapala, you can use, we have the Yozuri plug, we have all of them. But you use a big plug like this, again, make that loop in the top so that it moves really well. 6 to 8 foot of cable leader, this is 275-pound cable leader. If you take this and you clip it to your snap swivel. Now when you put this in the water, this plug is going to go like crazy. It's going to wobble like crazy. You're going to put it out, make sure it's doing well, set it back there. You want to troll this about 30 or 40 feet below the boat, but you can put it way back. It doesn't matter how far back you put this. You can put as much line out as you want. It's not going to really go down deep and hang up in the reef. But Tommy, as you well know, right, you have to have a quality reel with a lever drag, something that's strong, a TLD 25, a Penn. This happens to be the Penn Squall 50. They're about the same size. You want something that's durable. When you get a bite, if something eats this plug, it's going to be big. It's not going to be little. You're looking at a 20, 30, 40-pound fish, right?
That's right.
That's what you're going to get, right?
That's why you have to have that, that heavier line. The pull, the drag on this lure when you're pulling it really puts a lot of pressure on the rod too, because that lure is really digging and swimming, which is the other reason we put the offshore loop on here and on the mono. Because if you just did a single wire to this, what would happen is that fish gets, or this bait gets swimming really hard and wiggling back and forth, the wire heats up and it'll break right off. And you go, what had just happened? I got eaten by a big fish. No, the wire heats up and it breaks off. So you really need to go with a cable over the wire.
Very important to have cable leader. This happens to be 275-pound test. Lots of lures. Does color matter? I don't think color does, but companies obviously think they do because they make them in every color you can think of. Whether it's a Yozuri or a Rapala, You have questions or comments about this, we'd love to hear from you.
That's right.
Come by Fishing Headquarters in Jupiter. Tommy and I will fix you up, we'll hook you up.
Show you how to do it.
You can do this. I'm telling you, it's a great
easy
way to catch a cobia when everybody else is out offshore catching bonitas and kingfish.
That's right. Let's run inshore and get us a good fish.
All right, come by and see us at Fishing Headquarters in Jupiter. Thanks for tuning in here at ESPN.